2:50. That was like 3.5 minutes late. Welcome in. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Dawn. You want it all. Oh, do you know what you want? If you know specifically what you want, I can just run it without scanning over everything. If you haven't been to the suburbanbitch.com, go there now or wait till the show's over or do it while you're sitting on the toilet. I don't know. Suburbanbitch.com. You can nominate people for the Naughty Awards this year. Nominations are open. She's got a bunch of nominations so far. There's a whole bunch of different categories. And the beginning of January, I think it's the 4th, they have an awards show. There's a nominations round, and it's followed by a voting round in next month that starts next month. But you can nominate people now, and then when all the nominations are in, Bishy makes a ballot, and everybody can vote for their favorite sellers, and they give away prizes. Run the buttons. I can run the buttons. Do you want the buttons on the cards or the buttons in the bag or both? All right, lots of stuff to buy now. Um, Feel free to make offers. I had several people this week ask about making offers and they wanted combined shipping. For some reason, you can't combine shipping in the marketplace. It's ridiculous, but that's just the way it is. Look at all the buttons. They're all new old stock. How am I gonna, where am I gonna sit them down? We can do a minute. You're gonna get all those buttons. I'm gonna show them a little bit. Lots of different ages. These are, I think all the cards are full. The old stock. I don't think there's any missing buttons on any of these ones. I didn't think this through. I have no place to put the stuff. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Buttons on the floor. Mother of pearl buttons. Oh, there's missing a couple snaps there on that card. Thank you, creative. And you should have free shipping after that for quite a bit. fabric. All right, I got one, two, three, four, five things of Halloween fabric. There's little ghosts that say boo, little bats and pumpkins, ghosts and spiders and haunted houses, witches flying on a broom, and jack-o'-lanterns. Hey, junkie. I thought you were rag there for a second. All right, does anybody want these separated, or just you want the whole stack? Yes, you want them separated? Run stack. Okay, just doing 15 seconds. I don't know how much is here to look. All unused, all Halloween. Thank you, junkie. Oh, junkie, I found something you might want. Not very big. Kitties. An offer. Thank you, creator, for the offer. I accepted that. Okay, Rag, I'll stick that in your pile. Oh, wait, that was Junkie that said that. I'm getting confused by the profile pic. I'll get it out of Rag's pile. All right. Did anybody else see anything they wanted from the preview? Did anyone watch that little preview? Yeah. Rag got a piece big enough to make a kitty cat teepee. The little green book. Butterfly, are you okay? What was that noise? Somebody wrote 1878 in it, but it's undated. Daily food for Christians. So apparently there's a whole year's worth of little Bible verses. And that is running. Oh, I put a preview on the show on the thumbnail. I'm lazy this week. Thank you, Victoria Lynn, for that shirt. Another tiny book if somebody wants to run this and see. This one is King Henry the Fourth, William Shakespeare, Part Two. Undated as well. Tiny little book, leather bound. And that one's running. Antique leather bound miniature Shakespeare book. Stamp and matchbooks. I've got a lot of matchbooks. You looking for matchbooks? Well, that person is either shy or they're just bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. All right, you want me to scan? You want the table? So Bishy saw the preview. She saw there was a table. Oh, my Twitch fans are going crazy. They love me on Twitch. All right. Where's my hand? I need my hand. Late and unprepared. Ooh, an offer. Thanks for the offer. All these trays can go for one money, like $5 per tray. You don't get the tray. Clothespins, paparazzi jewelry, some bracelets, some spindle adapters. That's a lot of whole big pack of just estate photos that are color. Yep, marble. I can show the little china up close. It needs a bath. Different pieces from different sets. Oh, run, please. I can do that. So you get the whole tray. And that is running. That says bone china, but it looks like porcelain. That one's marked Japan, Japan. Thank you, Junkie. Just gonna toss one of those in the envelope so I know what goes in number three. Victorian era square nails, whole tray of that, whole tray of bracelets. Junkie already won the tea sets. And we have vintage wooden blocks, whole tray of miniature padlocks, agate, dyed agate pendants that are unused. Oh, rag is your arch nemesis, apparently, huh? Milk bottle caps. This is a whole tray of early 1900s. Oops, there's a button. Remember to put that in with the other buttons. Whole tray of early 1900s postcards. Most of them are floral, just pretty postcards. Yes, I can run the postcards. And that's a whole bunch of advertising matchbooks, and they are pretty old. Caps and postcards. We can do those. I'm going to show these real quick. I got to change to the light item. Hey, Bradley. You get the whole handful. I'm going to run it while I'm flipping. And that's running. Various conditions are just pretty postcards for the most part. Yeah, some of them are unused, some of them have messages. 1911 on that one. 1911. Get them all. Thank you, Junkie. And I'll do the milk bottle cap. See, these are the kind that fit down in if you pushed them down on the top of the glass milk bottle caps. And these ones went around the outside of the smaller ones. But you get the whole lot. Can do the padlocks next. So there's St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, Titusville, PA, Macaulay Dairy, some from New York. There's some orange juice ones in there. Wilson from Ford City, PA. You get the whole tray. And that's running. Thank you, Creative Curiosities. I had to focus on what when you won what your profile picture was. It's so tiny I can't make it out. I thought it was a witchy picture. It's hard to tell. Okay, so you get the whole tray. There's some older ones and some vintage ones and some newer ones. Several of them have the keys, and that is running. You get them all. As far as I know, the keys work. That's a neat little old one. And yes, fight over them. Fight over them. You can put them on your junk journals. Make your spouses think there's something really salacious in there. You have to lock it up with a padlock. Welcome in. We're just running some old stuff. Feel free to look at the buy now. Got lots of stuff in there. I added up at least 100 things this past week. Thanks, ain't it? Yes, feel free to make offers. You can most of it's small stuff, so you can get a ton of it for the 921 shipping. It's a whole bunch of embroidery floss. Those are all wooden spools. Most of them have thread. The pictures, a bunch of vintage pinback buttons, whole tray of thimbles, wades. Those are printer's blocks. Thanks for the offer, Bradley. I'll accept it in a second. Whole bunch of wooden printer's blocks. And I don't know. I grabbed a stack of black and white photos. So we'll run those next. A few skeleton keys. These are dyed agate stones that are polished. Every one of them's got a hole in it. So you can make it independent. Whole box of lacy edging or something. Run the lace stuff. Okay, we'll run the pictures and the lace stuff. And I'll show at least some of the pictures before I start it. There's a blurry kitty. It's not my focusing. The kitty is blurry. You can do the keys as well. The hell's that? Another kitty. That's a big muff. That's a real photo, and it's identified. Aunt Emma Porter. Yeah, this is the post-mortem cat lot. Holy cow, there's cats everywhere. Cat sniffing a plant. Cat on a stepladder. There's a steam shovel with Uncle Mac in it. Horses and farmers. Real photo postcard. Oh, that's a cute photo. Too bad somebody scribbled on it. Little girl with a muffin and an old sled and a collie. Mildred Kinston, and it's identified. Looks like an end roll with a cat, kitty in her lap. All right, I'm going to run it for 45 seconds while I show the rest. You're going to get the whole stack whether I get through them or not. Hey, Chip and Sissy. Oh no, did I miss the Chip and Sissy show yesterday? Oh, did you guys have a show? Okay. Like, I didn't get a notification. If you're into paper and old photos, you want to check out Chip and Sissy. They have shows occasionally on Saturdays, and they have good stuff. And there's that many more. Thanks, Junkie. We'll do the lakes and then the keys. I didn't even pull cats. I just grabbed a stack of photos from the talk. Thank you for the offers, Brad Leo. I accepted those. Next Saturday at 3:59. Hey, Purple. Purple. You were nominated for Bishy's Naughty Awards. I can't remember what category. We did a group nomination. We filled out the form. And if you just joined me and didn't know what I'm talking about, if you go to thesuburbanbish.com, you can nominate people for the Bish's Naughty Awards. It's the second annual one. Last night during my Disney show, we nominated people. I'm running this 45 seconds while I show it and yap. And somebody nominated you for something. I was letting the chat nominate people. Least live shows. I, I honestly can't remember what it was. Bishy thinks it was jewelry. This is kind of a mess. Some of them are folded nicely. They probably will all be a mess by the time I get done with it. You get the whole little shoebox full. Yes, it's running. Thank you, Farmhouse. And if you're a seller on here and you want some publicity, just nominate yourself. You're allowed to do that too. Run the printer's blocks. Okay, I will run those after these keys. Yes, it's anonymous, but if you're gonna nominate yourself, only nominate yourself one time for everything. You don't have to do it 47 times because it's not voting yet. It's just the nomination round. Yes, you can, Junkie. I'm gonna run these. You get the whole tray of them. What is there, 7 of them or something like that? 15 seconds. Those are running. They're all steel. Skeleton keys. There's a little barrel key. Get the whole handful, all 7. No watches today. Sorry. It is unfortunate. I also don't have any men's rings or gold or Pokemon cards. I wasn't going to show them to him anyway. The last 2 people that asked for things just flaked out after I took the time to show people. So we don't do that no more. I You can nominate me for Bish's Naughty Awards for grumpiest, rudest seller. I don't care. Too many people come into shows and you actually have what they ask for, and then they just ignore you when you actually take the time to show it and run the stuff. Grumpy Tom is the rudest. I okay, now I'm curious. Grumpy Tom, is that a real person? I'll break my. See, it won't let me click on shit. First thing happened when I opened Whatnot this morning is I got that little clock timer that's downloading the update. I can't click on Grumpy Tom, but I am curious. I love fellow rude sellers. Oh, and now I lost my phone, so I can't even take a picture of it. We're gonna do that whole tray of printers blocks. It's assorted uh Grumpy Tom. We're gonna check out Grumpy Tom. What does he sell watches? Yeah, and we'll show some enamel pans next. I'm not gonna pull all these off of here. They're precariously stacked on there. There's thin ones, there's some chunky ones. They're all wood with I think there's some different materials as far as the letterpress goes. Some of them are all wood. I didn't count them. I'm not going to. Pretty big pile of them there. 15 seconds, it's running. And there's different fonts, and you can see there's some shapes in there. It's a whole tray full. And if you're better at selling on here than I am, you can resell these for $3 a piece or more. Thanksgiving is, yes, it'll be fun. Bish, you don't have to attend if you have a family get together. I mean, if you're bored, you are more than welcome. Thank you, MG. I would say you could have your family members attend, but explicit will definitely be turned on that day, and there may be profanities occasionally. I'm having a Thanksgiving purge show, which I did last year as well. Uh, I have it scheduled if you want to bookmark it. Everything that doesn't get bids goes to that purge show, and I run it all, and I have a good old time. You, I wish my family didn't exist. Oh, insist. Well, oh, anybody can be a mod at any time, but don't feel that you have to. 13 and a half hours. Ugh. Junkie, just do what Margaret did last year. Just ignore your family and drink and watch me get mad at everything. This is mostly decorative. I don't think I would cook in any of this stuff. I don't know. How much do you want to see of it, Junkie? All of it? Is that Junkie that asked? You're the cook. Just dose everybody up with some Rohypnol and eat your cheesecake and turkey and cheese while they all sleep, and you can binge on alcohol and cheesecake and turkey and watch whatnot all day. I think there were a couple times last year where Margaret's family was kind of getting cranky with her for not participating in family function. Hey, beautiful granddaughter. Oh, look at that. They patch it with some lead solder. You want to see the red ones? Chippy. That's okay, bitch. Yeah, I hate everything. Except butterfly and Bishu. That's pretty much all the enamel wear that I've got. Oh, there's a blue one here. I'm sure there's some other places, but that's all that was right in front of me. What were you looking for, Junkie? What kind? Oh, there's a baby basin, a baby bathtub underneath there, I think. Long rectangles. Oh, I don't know. Okay, yeah, do that. It'll remind me to look. Okay. Then we've got over here, we've got a bag of buttons, a tin with assorted sewing stuff. It's all vintage. Some of it's older than others. It's like there's some wood spools in there. I don't know what's all in there. And that is a whole, like, gallon-sized baggie full of necklaces, I believe. This bag? I think it's all necklaces. I think they're all individually bagged necklaces. 5 bucks. 5 bucks starts on everything, except some of the. There's a few things here that would be higher because I don't want to deal with shipping it. It sells for 5 bucks, but I'll run it. You can bid or not bid. Oh, look, there's a tiddlywink. This is the junk drawer button bag. There's a zipper and there's pins in there to poke you. I don't know. I've got a 5 gallon bucket. I just dump the buttons in when I find them like that. Thank you, farmhouse. Yes, I will run the necklaces. All right, I'm gonna run this just the heavier weight. This is way more than a pound. Um, but it'll easily fit in a flat rate box. I don't know what's in here, but I think they're all individually bagged. So you get the whole bag. Yeah, there's some trays of bracelets over here. I'll show after I run this. That's running 5 bucks. I got a ton of jewelry that I need to do something with it. I'm thinking of trying to get through some of it. Gold is so high now that even if you found a few little pieces of gold, it would be worth digging through all the stuff. You missed my jewelry shows. Thank you, farmhouse. What was it you liked about my jewelry shows? Oh, we may have some at some point. It doesn't take very much gold to add up to a decent amount of money when it's over $4,000 an ounce. All right, so this is about the only other jewelry I have pulled out. I got a tray of bracelets. You can zoom in on them. Oh, I'm going to be having an 8-track show. Um, I got a whole bunch of rock ones pulled out for the 3 people that like to buy rock 8 tracks. There's another whole tray of bracelets. And over here's a tray of bracelets. And there's a tray of paparazzi. And I think these are all necklaces. think. Maybe some bracelets. I don't know. They're all like linked. Oh, Bishy, look, look what I did. I completely filled all my Napa holders over there. There's 700 cassettes. I just got to work up the willpower to have a cassette show. Any autographs? Um, I'm sure I've got autographs somewhere, but not today. I'll tell you what I told the last person. No, I'm not going to dig anything out that I don't have dug out because every time somebody comes in my show and asks for something, they flake out by the time I show the stuff, and then I get mad because I'm a dickhead. But I also get mad for other sellers too. That one show, that poor girl, she showed somebody pictures for I'll bet 10 minutes. Showed exactly what oh the tea set sold farmhouse, sorry. I just put one piece in the envelope because I didn't want to clang them all together. High Street, you're new here. There's I have a group of people that come here for that explicit purpose, just to try to make me mad. They think it's funny. All right, you're gonna get all these. I'm gonna run it and show some of them. Most of these are have some decent age to them. They're probably mid-century or before. Um, is he green? Is who green? I'm a goldfish. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Well, the thing is, Daikon, I've sold enough on here, and it's just the same thing happens over and over again, and it's just, eh, yeah. Like I said, that poor one girl, she was selling photos. Somebody asked her, and she spent 10 minutes showing the person, and then she ran them for like $1, and nobody bid. I felt bad for her. I felt her pain. All right, we're gonna do all these. I'll flip through them a little bit if I can. You get they're running. So you got some of these are full, some of them are empty. Most of them are full. There's a little matchbox. Thank you, High Street. Junkie, it's going to be individually bubble wrapped, and there will be packaging tape securing the individually bubble wrapped piece of tea set, and I will then shrink wrap it, and then I will combine them into a big mass and shrink wrap that, and then I'll triple box it for you to make sure it doesn't break. Yeah, Declan, I've been on here for like 3 years, and I don't know. I don't have the right personality for this. I'm very introverted, and this is I struggle through it, but You got to get, if you're going to sell on here, you got to get used to the fact that you're never going to get anywhere near even like eBay retail for stuff. Request for camera. Oh, what vintage camera? Oh, I don't know. Can you be more specific? Is it something you saw on the shelf or in my store? I don't think I have any cameras on the shelves that I showed today that I remember. I got I got some cameras over there on the shelf, but I didn't pan over those because they're kind of. Oh, the thing to the right? No, that's not a camera. That's some sort of like battery, old battery charger or something. It comes in its original box. You can pretend it's a camera. I don't have. I got some vintage cameras. I don't. I. I've got one antique camera out here, and it's probably missing a handle or something. The rest are from the probably the 30s or newer. I'll run this. You don't have to bid on it. It's missing the handle. See, the shutter works. It's a brown Kodak 120 box camera. I'm gonna chuck it, Bishy. I think Butterfly's coming. Butterfly, are you coming? And that is running. She's not addicted to squishies. I'm telling you, she likes games. I don't think she kept any of those squishies for herself. She gave me a whole bunch and told me to sell them, and she gave a few of them to her granddaughter, who apparently was very rough with them and was like wringing them out to the point, like twisting them around or something that she acted like she was destroying them. So apparently they don't hold up well if you twist them in circles and wring them out like you're wringing out a dish rag. Well, you'll have to let her pick some more, dear. When you're down there this weekend, you can uh, show her the pictures and tell her to pick which one she wants. I don't know if she sneaks in toys. She gets yelled at, she says. Alrighty, so that's basically the stuff on the table. Is there anything else anybody wanted me to run there? Chickens. Oh no. I'm going to the chickens. Sorry, dear. I forgot to let the chickens out. It's probably in there enjoying the giant block of seeds. See? People like my T6. Thanks for coming, Junkie. Clothespins. Yeah, and I told you those two. They make them into things. We can do the clothespins. I didn't hear you, dear, if you said something. So there's different degrees of being weathered here. There are some different types, but they're all the same basic style like that. There's none that have the springy things. They're all the same basic shape. I know people like these butterfly. She misconstrues my facial expressions. Going back to the light item for this one, that should be under a pound. So that's running. You get the whole tray of vintage weathered clothespins. You get them all. Hey, Damien, how are you? No, Bishy, she's adorable. Thank you, Farmhouse. Farmhouse. I've got. Are you into farmhouse stuff or farm stuff? This is neat. Unfortunately, somebody painted this thing black and blue. It's got some sort of impressed can shape there. This is the neat part. They made their own copper tag for it, A.E. Hazen. Fresh from the chicken butts. She likes warm eggs. It's funny. Yeah, I thought it was neat. I mean, it sucks somebody painted it that color. Um, I mean, it's okay, but that tag is pretty neat. But if you're interested in that, make me an offer I can't refuse, and if not, that's perfectly fine. I just saw it sitting there. All right, so I'm gonna pan over this table one more time. If there's something you want me to run, tell me, and I'll run it. Uh, and then we're gonna move over to the shelves. It's a whole bunch of random estate photos, bracelets, paparazzi jewelry. That thing down there. Um, I don't know. I think it's a rack or coat hanger. Oh, yeah, this would be fun to ship. Somebody stuck old cattle fence insulators on there for, I don't know. I guess hanging whatever you would hang 2 inches apart. Guess you could hang coats on it. I don't know. But it's an old piece of barn wood that somebody spray painted a chicken on. I don't know. I didn't look real close. There's some buttons and needles. More needles. Whatever that thing is. Like a crochet hook. What that is. Thimble. This is a lot more. This is more looking than I've done. I'll run it. I'm going to dig through it here for another 10 seconds or so. I'm going to throw everything back in it. And then you get here. Uh-oh. And you get the tin. It's got a paper label on top that looks like somebody taped it. Taped it closed, I think. It's running 15 seconds. Get the whole tin full of the stuff I was just showing you. Yeah, I believe I purged these. Purged what? Those. And thank you, farmhouse. And I just pulled those out of my thimble bin. I think I purged. Let me throw the lid in the bag. So, I don't think anybody really saw anything because not many people watched the preview. This is in the preview. No, somebody wanted to start with the stuff on the table. There it was in the preview. They wanted to start with stuff on the table, so that's what we were doing. Okay, we're gonna finish up here again on the table, then we'll go to the shelves. Let me know if there's something you want me to run. Everything's $5 or starts. You get the whole tray full of stuff. And if they're smart, they'll request before I forget that I'm purchasing. No sterling. After that last piece of sterling, I'll probably never sell another piece of sterling on this site. I had a three. What was that? Almost 3 ounce fork listed a couple weeks ago, and I had it listed for at least a week where people could pre-bid on it, and it sold for $42 or something like that. All right, so that's the table. There's something you want me to run the weights? I can do the weights. These are pretty. I'm surprised they don't like them. You never know. Some sold. Some weeks they sell, and some weeks nobody wants them. I'm getting low on them. Belt your something nasty with your blocks. That seems to work. I don't think there was anything nasty I could spell with them. What you gonna do, dear? What you gonna do? Probably take my gloves and get my donut. Okay. No, thanks, dear. There's a running. All the ways you get all of them. Parrot, a rhino, squirrel, goose, monkey, horse, swan, mountain lion. I think that's a sheep. Zebra. Thank you, Bradley-O. Banana bread. Banana bread's okay. I like zucchini bread better. Or zucchini banana bread. Do you when you make the banana bread, do you put chocolate chips in it? Well, What's wrong with them, Bishy? I can live without the walnuts. It doesn't really matter to me about the walnuts. All right. This is the next shelf. You want me to scan around or can you zoom in on that? Show the pretty stereoscope. The pretty stereoscope doesn't, it's not complete. It is pretty though. It's from the 1900 exposition, but it's not complete. And it's missing the comfy eye guard, the fuzziness that used to be on it, but a lot of times they are missing fuzziness. Bishy, if you put walnuts and zucchini in it, then you get to eat it all yourself. And put chocolate chips in it, and then it's really good. And you get it all to yourself. Did Minnie get her candy corn latte? I keep asking because I want to know how it tasted. That's what I thought, Sherry. How can you make candy corn worse? It's like liquefy it and heat it up. How are you, Sherry? I got butterfly donuts yesterday at the grocery store, and they had one chocolate chip pumpkin sandwich cookie left in the bakery, and I got it, and we're both too scared to try it. Neither one of us are big on pumpkin. My aunt makes pumpkin rolls every year for her Relay for Life team, and she usually gives me one, and that's about the only thing I eat all year that's pumpkin. You got a big pumpkin person? I liked my grandma's pumpkin pie, um, but she went and died, so she doesn't make it anymore. And I haven't really had any that I really liked. I know. I told her not to, but she didn't listen. Mr. Bishy. All right. Anybody see anything on that shelf they want? Oh, I'm getting multiple full government names. Oh man, nobody wants nothing today. My shelves are not calling out to anyone. I got to try to make it till 11:45 so we can raid out to Rag and Ribbon. She's doing a vanity train, and she's got some pretty nice things listed. When I say pretty nice, they're pretty nice, like pretty things. Welcome in. I'm scanning the shelves. If you see something you want me to run, just tell me in the chat. Oh, I could rant. I would like to try to sell some stuff. Any vinyl? Look, there's a picture disc record. I did pull out. Well, I'm gonna have some vinyl shows too. That has to disappear. Vinyl and jewelry needs to go away. High, High Street. It was my New Year's resolution not to yell at the chat, and I have kept it. This is the longest New Year's resolution I have ever kept. I don't know. I got a little bit of vinyl here in the shelf. I don't know what's here. That's a snazzy outfit. Look at his boots. His boots look like something my mother would get me. I'd get handed down from my cousins or something, and I'd have to wear to school and be embarrassed. But those boots, vintage license plates. Uh, I don't think I have any that are any that are exciting. I may have some on my website before times.shop. Um, if they're really good, that's where they go. Um, I don't know. I couldn't believe it took that long for somebody to make a comment. Mr. Bishy got red texted over the Cock Robin album. You want Janet and Lip Sync? And Stephanie Mills. What's that there? Johnny Taylor. Oh, there's one license plate right there. Aussie 2, a personalized one from Ohio. Let me know if you want me to run it. All right, head requests for Lip Sync. I'm gonna say that is very good. And Janet Jackson Control. That one's nice. That one's probably excellent. They shoot laser beams from their lips, mouth to mouth. Does anybody want these separately before I run them for Mitsubishi? Okay. And cough problem. You're gonna make me walk back over there. Make it difficult. She said she had that one. All right, I'm just gonna toss those here. All right, tell me if there's anything you want me to run. I'm gonna try to drag this out until 11:45 Eastern time, where we will raid out to Rag and Ribbon, who is selling vanity stuff. Just put it in a chat if there's something you want me to run. Most everything is just $5 starts. Little sat iron, the round oak one. We'll just do it for the light one. It's running round oak. I believe at 10. Oh man. Sorry. Advertising the round oak stoves and ranges. Thank you, Bradley. Now we got stuff all over the floor. I just put them in your pile. Thank you for the raid, bath bomb lady. I'll run the I'll run the next item starting at $1 that somebody requests uh, for the bath bomb lady raid because I don't have any giveaways other than buyers giveaways. I think bath bomb. You were selling Loungefly today. If you're into Loungefly, check out Bath Bomb Lady. Give her a follow. If she's got any shows, bookmark them. I can't check and see if she has any bookmark because every time I push somebody's name on the iPhone after the last update, it automatically puts it in the chat. So I'm going to run this stone shaped heart, no, heart shaped stone uh, for $1. Oops, we'll do a light item. $1 start. Thank you for the raid, Bath Bomb Lady. That is running. It's a rock. It is shaped like a stone, or it's shaped like a heart. I'm bad at this. It's probably. I'm guessing somebody found it up in Lake Erie. That's nice and smooth. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Flower Frog Finds, and thank you, Bath Bomb, for the raid. I just had coffee and Pepsi. She's got one show scheduled, so click on Bath Bomb Lady and give her a follow and bookmark her show. She does games occasionally, those derby games for lounge fly bags a lot of times. Well, I've still got my Pepsi here, and I did have coffee, I think. Welcome in. If you see something you want me to run, just put it in the chat and I can run it. And if you haven't been, or if you haven't nominated anyone for the Bishes and Audio Awards, go to thesuburbanbish.com and nominate your favorite sellers. A whole bunch of different categories. They can win prizes, or you can nominate yourself if you're a seller. There's my phone. And you can win prizes. What's the starting bid on the phone? Oh, on my phone, quite a bit because I gotta pay for it for the next apparently eternity because I'm in the whatever that plan is where you're supposed to get a new one every year. And we'll go to the this shelf. For something you want me to run, just say so in the chat. Or we can just look through a whole bunch of vinyl. And feel free to make offers from the buy now. Bish, is your bingo show open to everybody? And that's what are you doing for that? Is that to announce the naughty nominations? Fundraiser for the prize fund. Bishy's having bingo night if you guys like to play games on here, you're not into buying things and you just like to hang out and play games, uh, I guess you can buy stuff at that show too. Uh, but if you click on the Suburban Bish, my mod there, she's got a bingo night scheduled coming up. All right, that's about all I had out for today. Unless somebody wants me to scan over the ephemera walls. It was tough getting people to participate last night, Bishy. And I think most of the participation came from two different people. I think Pick was providing pity participation. Welcome in, Emma Grace. I've just been scanning my shelves, but nobody seems to want anything today. Mr. Bishy won. Mr. Bishy's got 3 records here. That book, the Tennyson book, that book. I can run that. See how much of a mess I can. $5 starts. Never mind. I pulled it out, so I'm gonna run it. See if anybody else wants it. Alfred Tennyson, undated. Nice decorative book, anyway. Big book, 800 pages with illustrations. I'm gonna run it. Joy, don't worry about bidding on it if you don't want to. That's fine. But I'm gonna run it since I have it pulled, and that is running. Antique Tennyson book, the leather spine. Maybe everybody's saving their money for Bitcoin to get down in the buy zone. Either that or everybody lost all their money on Bitcoin in the past week when it crashed. Butterfly loves her cowboy movies. There's some that are pretty good and some that are pretty bad. If you see something you want me to run, everything on there is by the tray full. WTF Chuck, that's a funny username. That's one of the categories in the Bishy's Naughty Awards. Best username. You go to suburbanbish.com, you can nominate people for this year's awards. All right, Bishy, what are we going to do for 19 minutes? Why is she on at 11:45? Mr. Bish. We can go over to the Ephemera area. Thimbles. Can do the thimbles. Get the whole tray. Yeah, those are running. Some aluminum ones, some brass ones, plastic, porcelain, a couple advertising ones. I paid a small fortune for these trays. They were covered in jewelry at the time. Thank you, farmhouse. Those are yours. They weren't super expensive, but they see they the backs have some of the backs have like ring holders and stuff. They work pretty good for this. Yeah, they were full of earrings and brooches and necklaces. I was doing jewelry choice shows in them in the other side, so there's little compartments for a while. Oh yeah, we can do buyer's gibbies. That'll take up some time. Good thinking, Bitchy. Farmhouse, you paying attention? There you go. There's a buyer's gibby. The buyer's gibby, you get a $5 coupon code for any of my future whatnot shows, and a $15 gift code to my website, the 4times.shop. Got all sorts of old stuff on there. Um, Everything is 35% off today. I usually have a sale on Sundays. And if you use those coupons today, you can save even more. My cats took your paint. Did they throw it down the steps? Sorry, butterfly. Hopefully it was closed. All right, let's go over to the ephemera area while we kill a little bit of time before Rag and Ribbon comes on. All right, I usually do $2 starts on this stuff. I'll pan around and see if there's anything you want me to run. only problem is I don't have any bags over here. Welcome in sessions. If you see something you want me to run, drop it in the chat. Bath Bomb Lady is live. American Girl Barbie Little Pony remix. Bath Bomb just raided into us 10 minutes ago, and now she's having another show. Bradley, uh, Bishy was going to get a rant after this. The fact that I panned over this and nobody requested it. I even held the phone on it for a while. It's like Halloween stuff. All right, there it is. Decent condition. It works. Sort of. Not sure what they're doing. Hugging or choking. I don't know. But it's got the devil in the owl. And I'm gonna run it for $2. And I'm gonna walk across the room to get my envelopes while that runs. I don't know. 14 on number one. If you moving pictures. Congratulations, Farmhouse. You win. And Bradley wins because everybody else is either broke or sleeping or has no idea what that is. Thank you, Bradley. How you doing? I brought some old Halloween masks if anybody wants those. If any of you are watching that card and are some up and coming resellers, you want to Google that and see what those are worth. And if you pick them up, can pick them up cheap. Probably best not to sell them on Whatnot, apparently, but Ohio nurses missing babies. Thank you, Farmhouse. I'll after the show's over here in like 10 minutes, I will message you uh those codes. And we'll run another Gibby. Feel free to get in that one too if you're a buyer. The student's book. First page is ripped, but it was actually used by a student, I think. It looks like it's got partially filled out. I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Biz. So I'm gonna run this. Bradley O, if this runs for $5, don't bid on it. I'll run it again for 2. Yeah. You'd think when you edit it that it would stay the same. So there it goes. $2. Yeah, Maggie. Just make an offer. If it's on Whatnot, if it's on my website today, everything's 35% off. Uh, Thanks, Bradley. Maggie's. I honestly have no idea what buckle you're talking about. I have like 10,000 products in the marketplace. Um, if it'll let you offer that, I mean, I'll accept it. But it usually only lets you do 30% off on a cell phone. If you use a computer, it might let you offer more off. And I would do a flash sale for you, but I'm not at my laptop, and they're kind of a pain in the butt to do on the phone. So if anybody sees anything they want, $2 starts on all the ephemera. Welcome in, Acid Snow. If you see something you want me to run, just let me know. The $2 starts on the ephemera. I don't think so, Mr. Bishy. I don't know. You'll have to ask Butterfly what she thinks. But Butterfly just gets to listen to me rant at all the stupid people after the show is over. And at the stupid whatnot glitches. Okay, we're gonna do this bank bag. I don't know. It's a canvas change bag. It's actually cloth. So we're gonna have to change the price again because you gotta do it every time. That's running. Marine Midland Bank. I believe that's out of Erie, maybe Pennsylvania. Midland. Steve asked me where she lived, and I could not think of it. I'm like, it starts with an M. It's down by Pittsburgh somewhere. Thank you, Bradley-O. I for some reason I'm thinking that's an Erie bank. No, I don't think I don't think I ran about Mr. Bishy. All right, put an emoji in the chat if you're a seller. Any emoji. Is there any sellers here? Chip and Sissy's here. Well, come in. Are you guys sellers? Anybody sellers here other than me and Chip and Sissy and Bishy? Sellers on whatnot? Nobody. Judy B, are you a seller on whatnot? You just started. I was hoping there'd be a bunch of sellers here. There's only 12 people in here. Um, I wanted to see if anybody else was getting orders from people that didn't really order stuff. You're a seller, Farmhouse. Have you sold anything from your buy it now? Uh, and then shipped it and had people contact you wondering why you sent them something? Thank God. I is Farmhouse. I don't know how long you've been selling, but this happened. Oh, I don't know, pushing a year ago. I would get orders, and I don't know who they were to, but like I would mail them, and they would come back, and it would be like unable to forward, uh, whatever. But the items were coming back, and it did it numerous times, all within a relatively short period of time, and they were all really low dollar items. And I just set all my returns off to the side when that happens. And then if somebody contacts me, I say, well, yeah, I got it here. Give me your right address. Well, nobody ever contacted me about them. So I just left them sit there and nobody ever did contact me. Well, recently people they've started buying things, low dollar items, and I mail them to people from the buy now in the marketplace, and these people get it and they don't even know that it come from Whatnot because I just put in a business card that's got all my links from like Whatnot and Etsy and eBay and my website. And they started contacting me like on Facebook and social media, Instagram, one on Etsy, and somebody emailed saying, "Why did you send me this?" And none of them have had Whatnot accounts so far. Farmhouse, you, 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 you try harder than I do. I'm not even bothering contacting Whatnot. I get stuck in their AI chatbot cycle circle of death, and I just screw it. Whatnot can figure it out. I just tell the people, keep the item, don't return it. I'm not refunding you. I don't refund. Whatnot handles all that. I assume that was something like that. Blink Blob, either that or that they were trying to take over someone's account and trying to see if it was still working, and then eventually they were going to switch the address and clean them out, or buy a whole bunch of squishies or something. And oh, you think that it's when they're buying them in bulk? Yeah, that's probably right. These people, I'd never even seen them before because they buy it from the buy now. So it's like they're not even in a show where they interact or anything. So, who did they contact somebody about it, Bradley O? Or how did they fix that? All right, the last buyer's giveaway is running. Get in that. We're gonna raid out to Rag and Ribbon here real soon. Well, Blink Blob, I don't think it was. I don't think it happened to you. Oh, you haven't reviewed it, like given me a review. I thought you meant you hadn't reviewed it, like you hadn't gone through it. Well, I'm glad you like them. Don't twist them in knots, you'll destroy them. And she's an adorable tiny little girl. She's not. I think she just turned 4, maybe 4.5 now. That's right. I was the winner of the biggest ass hat award. They've since retired it, so I am the eternal champion. And if you just joined and don't know, you can sign up or nominate people at thesuburbanbish.com for the Naughty Awards. And those sellers can win fabulous prizes. All right, somebody getting a giveaway. Buyer giveaway is running. No buyers here at all. We're going to raid out to Rag and Ribbon here real shortly. she's doing vanity stuff, and when you get there, scroll down through her buy now. She's got she's got a ton of nice stuff listed. No, you just just go to the suburbanbish.com. I had been putting it in my show notes, and you know what? I got so pissed because nobody looks at the show notes. I was looking at my analytics. I was telling Bishy this in a text this morning. My one show, I had 600 people come in and bounce, and I got like two bookmarks the entire day with 600 people coming through, and instructions in the show notes. Yeah, you just click on that box in the middle of the page that says nominate, and you can nominate your favorite sellers. You don't have to nominate in all the categories. But you can only nominate once per email address. So if you nominate and then you think of somebody else later, you have to use a different email address. But I'm gonna pull the Gibby, and whoever is still here is gonna win. Thank you, Bradley-O. Thank you, guys. I hope you have the rest of the good weekend. And tomorrow is Indigenous Peoples Day. Or if you like genocide, you can celebrate Columbus Day. But we're gonna rate out the rag and ribbon. Stick cows in the chat for she's amused by her cows. Blink Love, I like your name and I like your little kitty picture, so we won't talk shit about you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Farmhouse. Have a good weekend, guys.